Hi there, this is Dusty Adelson with Business Communications class in Austin, Minnesota. Today I'm going to give you an outline of my job duties that I currently do. I'm a retort operator at Hormel Foods here in Austin, Minnesota. What I do is I run 15 water cookers. So each cooker that I use, before I can actually use the cooker, I have to go through an inspection sheet and check off an inspection list for the cooker. I have to check to make sure the door gasket for the cooker is good. I have to make sure the sight glass for the water is good. There's a digital thermometer on the cooker. I have to make sure that's working correctly. I have to go in the cooker and make sure that the cooker itself looks good. There's steam pipes along each side and inside the cooker. I have to make sure those steam pipes aren't damaged in any way. And then I also have to check the drain. There's a drain in the back of there. I have to make sure the drain's not clogged. So if that's all good, then I go over to the chart where I check to make sure that there's two pens on there. One's a blue and one's a red one. The blue one measures the pressure, and the red one is the cook temperature. So I want to make sure that they're both tracing on the chart. If they're both tracing on the chart, then I mark all that off on my checklist, sign off on it, then I'm able to actually load the cooker with product. Depending on what product I'm cooking, the computer system has different recipes for each different kind of product that I'm cooking. So depending on what I'm cooking, I'll load in the recipe after I've done an inspection. I'll close the door, I'll start the cooker. Then on my HACCP forms, my hazard analysis of critical control points for Hormel, it's their paperwork. I have to monitor everything that I do. So from the time that I hit the start button on the cooker to the time they fill up with water, and then the steam turns on and it heats it up to a certain temperature. Depending on the cook, some cooks are two-part cooks and some are just one-stage cooks. The two-part cooks, all of them cook for the first stage at 130 degrees for 1 hour. Then they all step up to 163 degrees and they cook at that temperature. It varies between 4 and 6.5 hours more. So what I do is I monitor the cook through that whole process. During each step, I go out and I have to monitor that the cooker digital thermometer matches the chart thermometer to make sure there's no discrepancies. While I'm also monitoring the cooker itself, which is full of water, that I have to make sure is at least 75% or more full, because if it drops below the 75% water level, that means the product inside is initially exposed out of the water and isn't cooking properly. So I'm doing all this for multiple cookers. There's 15 cookers, so during the day I have cooks going off on and off and loading new cooks in and out throughout the whole shift. So a lot of multitasking, making sure that I keep track of where I'm at, making sure that I don't miss a temp. If there's a cook that's in process that's for 1 hour at the 130 degrees, I have to make sure that I get a reading of the digital thermometer and the chart before it starts to step up to the 163 degrees, because then I can't verify the 130 degree temp on the digital if it starts to step up. So it's a lot of remembering things. Like I said, when I monitor the paperwork, I write off when the cook is done, and then I'll sign off on it. Then I'll go over and sign off on the actual chart, and then it goes into a chill process. And then after the chill process is done, the cooker will drain, and I'll unload it using a work saver into the cooler, which is just down the hallway from me. So on a normal day-to-day basis, that's what I do at Hormel for a retort operator. Thank you.